Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Garden, and this is Saturn Tribute on the Nintendo Switch. Now, the Saturn Tribute is a compilation of 3 games from the Sega Saturn by the company Success. And the games are Cotton 2, and Guardian Force. Looks like it's been converted by City Connection using the Zebra engine. Cotton 2 Magical Night Dreams, Cotton Boomerang, and Guardian Force. There we go, it's the title screen. So they're horizontally scrolling shoot 'em ups, the first two, Cotton 2 and Cotton Boomerang. And Guardian Force is a vertically scrolling tank-based shooter. So let's play Cotton 2 first. Now, I have this on the Sega Saturn, Cotton 2, and it's a cracking game. And this version is actually very similar. I've not noticed any discrepancies, but then I'm unobservant. We've got an intro and we've got a menu in which you can apply screen settings, plus game settings and extra options, including language. Fast loading just means that it takes all the Saturn loading out, which is handy, although the Saturn version didn't really spend a lot of time loading, to be honest. This is all in Japanese, look. I can't read that. It's something to do with witches and sweets, I imagine, though. Here we have some high-res screens of sort of fairies, sort of semi-naked fairies, and a witch, a different witch. The sorting hat from Harry Potter's in here, and it makes that witch cry. Oh, the hat's called Needle. And it says extra RAM found there because on the Saturn you could plug in the RAM card and it would, I don't know, do something. Probably add animation, help with loading, make you feel happy that you spent money on a RAM card. Don't know. Actually, I really don't know what it did on the original Saturn. You can play it with or without RAM, and to be fair, I didn't notice an appreciable difference. Maybe it's to do with the cutscene that you get at the end of the level. Maybe if you don't have the RAM, you don't get that. We have more Japanese text. We have a low frame rate animation here, and some comedy music. Oh, look, she just twatted her with a broomstick. How dare you! I'm gonna get you, you son of a gun. Take my broomstick to your head. Oh, we can't keep hitting each other with broomsticks. This is crazy. We'll use laser eyes instead. Now the hat's joining in. He's laying a verbal smackdown. And he's turned her eyes into sweets. Didn't like that, did you? Yeah. Witch. Because she is a witch. It's not me being nasty. Something else is happening there, like she turned giant or something. Cotton is a game where you fly from left to right on a broomstick and you encapsulate bad dudes, not dragon ninjas, just bad dudes, in spheres. And then you can throw the spheres at other enemies, which gives you a combo chain bonus. You can shoot the spheres, and the spheres will eventually spit out energy for you, and the more you shoot the sphere, the more you get like an RPG style leveling up system. You get like a load of magic out of it, and it levels you up, which is handy. There it is, floating back onto the screen. Lovely. You can pick up and throw enemies without putting them into balls, which is also handy. We've got Santa Claus here, in orbit around a reindeer. That's all in all. And we've got a sort of a dragon beastie. So as you can see, the graphics have got like a mix of hand-drawn, kind of digitised hand-drawn pictures and sprite work. It's got nice music, and it's a fun game, there's no doubt about that. Cotton is a fun game. You've also got Street Fighter 2-star special moves in here, so you can do command inputs, and your witch will do like extra fireballs, throw bombs, The other thing you can do is hold down the fire button and you can speed around the screen with like shadow witches following you, just so you can get out of danger quicker. Here comes the boss. Immediately steal his weapons and throw them into his face, showing him maximum disrespect. I'm going to shoot him in his crotch mouth, dispatch him. I suppose he's a bit like a psychoptic Sasquatch, which is a great name for an indie band. He's destroyed. Let's pick him up by his groin. Throw him on the floor. It's a fairly tough game actually, Cotton 2. You can do the first level fairly easily. Getting anywhere on one life is actually fairly difficult. There's a different mode in the Saturn version where you can have lives and an energy bar. I suggest you start off with that one to make you feel a bit more heroic, because it will batter you. Level 2 boss is a bit of a difficulty spike, but if you get onto level 3, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Level 3 and level 4 are not so hard actually. Level 2 boss, like I said, is a bit of a difficulty spike. Yep, cutscenes between every level. Not that interesting because they're all in Japanese. So this is a Japanese import, this game, and it cost around £30 once the import duty was applied, plus postage. And that was alright. You get 3 solid games. These games on the Saturn actually, all 3 of these, if you were to buy the Saturn originals today, this very day, you'd be looking at over £700, which is crazy. Cotton 2, the one we're looking at here, is actually the cheapest of the bunch, and you can pick it up for about 130 quid. Cotton Boomerang is sort of in the £300 bracket, and Guardian Force is in the £100 to £200 bracket. So yeah, what this Switch compilation does is offer the same games at a cheaper price. Although, if you're so inclined, there's obviously the free route, which is basically MAME. These are STV games, which is the Saturn version of... well, it's the arcade version of the Saturn. So you could probably get a Saturn emulator and download the Saturn ROMs if you so wish to try them out. But as the Switch game is fairly cheap, it might be worth taking a punt. Now, I've seen online that some people are bitching about the latency on this game. All 3 of these games actually apparently feature some sort of latency, but to be fair, even though I've owned Cotton 2 for several years and have enjoyed the game immensely, I don't notice any real difference. But then it could just be because I'm an old fart and those things don't affect me anymore. Whereas you young whippersnappers with your laser-like reflexes, I don't know if that's a saying, I've just coined it though, probably notice like a single frame of lag on your controls because you're that twitchy. Me, with my old man eyes and hands, I mean, it could be half an hour and I wouldn't notice it. Seriously. Right, this boss is a pain in the butt. It's probably advisable, see I'm holding down the button here to fly faster? It's probably advisable to use your bombs on this boss to get rid of them quicker, because I don't have a lot of energy on my energy bar at the moment. I'm doing some epic dodging here. Oh, beautiful. And then I got shot like that. Okay. Yeah, it just chases you around and fires hard to avoid bullets at you constantly. Can't grab this mother. So like I said, it's probably worth using good magic. Although, it didn't take a lot of energy off him, did it? It's throwing mini spiders at me now. Yeah, I'm not going to be lasting long here. He's going to be killing me. Like that. So that was fun. It's a good game. Cotton 2 is a good game. No doubt about it. Cotton Boomerang I have very little experience with, and actually hadn't played it until I got this compilation. So let's take a look at Cotton Boomerang. Are we doing something here? Ooh, got the game over tune. Very jaunty it is too. You can see the graphics are nice. They are nice. They're kind of like hand painted. I say like hand painted backdrops, which are kind of cool. And if you like bikini-clad fairies, this game services you well. odd choice of words there. But what I would say is it's a cracking game to play. If you don't like bikini-clad fairies, you can close your eyes or ignore them. The game is definitely worth playing though, with your little witch there. Lots of different moves. The throwing and encapsulating action is actually pretty engrossing. So that's cool and slightly unique, I would say, in the shoot 'em up world. So let's play Cotton Boomerang. So this is more or less the same, except for the following facts. You can pick a different character. So there's several characters to pick from. Each one has their own loadouts. The intro screens are higher resolution, using the Saturn's higher resolution mode, which on the Switch looks dandy, and the level layouts have been mashed around, so different enemies appear in different levels. There's different colour palettes for different levels now, for all the levels, which is great. There's still a semi-naked fairy, there's still the sorting hat, and got some other funky looking people. One who's half bat, half woman, and there's a Sasquatch, giant pumpkin, and a deadly flower and some bats. How scary. So the presentation on this game is actually, like I say, sort of higher res. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's nice and sharp. Let's get into the game. Like I said, there's different characters to pick, and as you can see, they've got different loadouts. So you select 3 characters, and when one of your characters dies, the next character comes in and takes over, which is handy, like a tag team. More or less all the same features. You can still do everything that you did in the other game. This has got a bit more of a bullet helly kind of vibe to it though. It gets super manic. There's lots of sprites flying around, lots of bullets, and there's some secrets. Secrets in the scenery. There we go. There's one. Those sort of pot things give you bonuses. There you go. So it's saying barrier at the moment, which is like a barrier, which is handy. Just gonna ignore it though. Why would I collect it? There we go. Got like a bubble on me now. Knock the pot off the screen. Why? I don't need its special abilities. Oh, there it is. Change. So that allows you to use another bomb by the looks of it. Yeah, so this background is different to the first level on the Cotton 2, and it's using lots of different sprites. So, you know, although it is kind of a reskin, they have, it's similar, but they have changed bits and bobs. I wouldn't say it's visually tidier or nicer in game, but the presentation is nicer, the music's similar high quality, the game is a lot harder. That's what I'll say about the gameplay. I found it... The original is kind of manageable. I find this game very difficult indeed. Still got the teacup dropping episode at the end of the level, which is all well and good. You can see there that all of my characters are at level 1. Okay. So do I recommend this compilation? I kind of do. Cotton 2 is great. Cotton Boomerang is an interesting variation. Guardian Force, however, is a bit of an oddity. I did buy Guardian Force back in the day, and I didn't get on with it then, and having played it now, I'm not sure I get on with it now. So for me, the convenience of having these 2 Cotton games, which are very expensive, available on my Switch, is enough for me to recommend the cartridge to like-minded people. Guardian Force, I think, is going to take a bit more effort to fall in love with, because it's finicky, and all sorts of other nickety type words. This pumpkin man be defeated by encapsulating his fruit, which is not something I thought I'd ever say. He's trying to chomp me. Some wasps here. Lethal wasps as it happens. Collect the crystals, level up. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Got some new sprites there. Maybe those appear in a later level in the first game. I hadn't seen that eyeball plant thing before. Yeah, I'm not very good at cotton, as you may have noticed. But I'm sure someone's aced this on one credit. It seems to be kind of doable if you know when the characters are coming on, but I don't. Right, now I'm going to play as a sentient hat. I'm going to shoot some mofos. Ooh, leveled up. Lovely. Oh, he gets some nice powerful guns. Look at the bullets! Look how many bullets there are! It's crazy! Crazy, I tell you. Yeah, see what I mean? It's like it's completely different in that way to the first game. Still got this annoying boss mind, who fires many more bullets at you. Okay, well that's Cotton Boomerang. I'm sure I'm going to die here fairly short order because this boss has always been tough. And it doesn't look like he's reduced his toughness any for this release. Just waiting for my imminent death. Like we all are. There we go. That was depressing, wasn't it? Anyway, looks like that plant's got like a green jet flame coming out of his ass. It's like flame powered ass. Which can't be comfortable. Let's play Guardian Force, please. That's game over. So like I said, these 3 games are available for your Sega Saturn. You will be paying, well, nearly £700 for them if you wanted them on original format. And although 2 of them are good games, one of them is a great game. I don't know if Boomerang is a great game. It hasn't really clicked for me. I do like the fact that you can change the characters and that the gameplay is sort of similar to original Cotton 2. What I don't like is the bullet hell things they've added in. I find it a bit jarring. It's making it a bit too hard for me. I'm a bit of a softie, it would seem. Now then, Guardian Force. Let's be having you. Yeah, there's been criticisms of the. I'm sorry, I'm very drunk. There's been criticisms of the emulation of these games. But I don't know, they seem alright to me. A bit of a layman though, maybe. Success 1998. Slightly porno music. Groovy. We like a bit of that, don't we? Us people from the 70s. So, practice stage. It says practice stage. For the first few goes, you won't be getting off this practice stage, which is slightly embarrassing. So your tank basically fires missiles, etc. up the screen, and you can rotate the gun turret and fire at different angles. You can pick up different coloured weapon blobs, which will change your main weapon to a laser and some other slightly less effective weaponry, actually, because I think this gun that you've got here is an all-purpose gun, but it's probably the better gun. The laser's annoying because it's in a slow firing rate. Some classic dodging action there. But this game is, again, RPG light. It's got a levelling up system. You collect the crystals to level up your weapons, and you get some serious firepower. As you can see, the graphics are largely bland. You got some nice rotation on some of these tanks, and the music is forgettable in the extreme. So, whilst it might be an okay game to play if you put the hours in, it doesn't do itself any favours with its dour presentation. And it's a tough game, like I said, it's a tough game. Looks like my secondary weapon has changed there. It's more of a laser shot. It's a Ghibli style machine for you to take down. got killed there. Didn't even notice what that was. I only have bombs. So this is it. This is kind of the game. It's difficult to see what's going on. It's not difficult to control. It's slightly bland looking, slightly bland sounding, and it's on this cart. So, do I recommend Saturn Tribute? Yeah, I've got fun out of it. Just don't pay over the odds for it. So yeah, it's all right. Cotton 2 is Cotton 2 is a banger. Boomerang's okay. Guardian Force, the jury's out. All right then. Catch you later.